Hey guys, welcome back. We've got more Papa John's because I'm limited, okay? I don't live in an area that has like Bite Squad and all that. Yeah, I was about to say, if you could just go Papa John's guy, he's still in my driveway. Um, but, so I got these, I'll show you these first, even though I'm probably not going to eat them first, I don't know. Am I crazy or have they had these? I don't remember ever seeing them. They're like the garlic Parmesan breadsticks or something. I kind of want it like a little one. They have like these little bitty ones in there. I didn't get a drink, so I'm going to have to pause in a second and do that, but let's try one of these little guys first. And their little sauce that they give you. They're pretty good. I normally just get their like regular cheese sticks, but like, I don't know. I was like craving something different. So, yeah, these are really good. I like them. I think I actually have had these before, but I didn't get the like garlic Parmesan ones, you know? My boy's right here, you can't see him. Begging his whole life away. Yeah, these are really good. I like these. I was trying to think of topics to talk about for this mukbang. And I don't know. I really can't think of anything. It's been like so hard. I could go a couple different directions. Like talk about like I was gonna talk about like maybe hair school things today. But then I was but what about it? You know, about maybe what like a hair school's like. We can talk about what hair school's like, or at least what my hair school it was like, because everyone's different. Okay, first of all, I need a drink. I can already tell. So hold on. All right. Before I dive into the hair school stuff, I want to like pick a topic for each mukbang so I can like keep on subject, you know what I mean? Instead of like kind of bouncing all over the place and like spitting out whatever comes to my head. I do better if I have a subject. So that's why I was like, okay, I need like a subject because that does help me. Hair school. In South Carolina, you're required to take 1,500 hours of hair school before you are able to go down to Columbia to take your state board. That's where they do it here. It's different in every state. So you'd have to find out for your state where your board is and how many hours for your board. Because our board, like I said, our board, damn it, I should have, last time I asked for like light Alfredo sauce. And then this time, like, I don't know why I had like an internal debate and was like, no, don't do that. And now I'm like regretting it already. I can tell it's like overly cheesy. Why did I do that to myself? It's my fault. I ordered it like that. Oh, okay. This is crazy. Okay. The cheese pull people would probably love this, but I'm scared if I pull it, the cheese is gonna just like come right off. We're just gonna let this cool down for a second. We're gonna eat maybe some more breadsticks so that we don't make a huge mess. But yeah, so you start out hair school, like I said, it's 1,500 hours. And like how mine worked was like each 6 weeks you would like move up into like a new area. So like they did still do it like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. And I went to the Academy of Hair Technology. I don't think it matters, so I'll just say where I went. So I went to the Academy of Hair Technology. You start off your 6-week course. You either start off learning color or hair cutting. It fluctuates every 6 weeks. So every 6 weeks, a new group of students joins the school. So, like, me, for example, now I really can't remember. I was going to say whether I started with color or haircutting, but I can't remember. I think I started with color. So I went in, you learn all the science behind color and all that. You do, like, basic color. So that's going over, like, the color wheel and, like, what, you know, you go over, like, basic shampoos, and you go over, like, trichology, which is, like, the study of hair, or, yeah, trichology, and then, like, there's just, like, all these different things, like, you go through, like, safety and sanitation, and, like, a lot of that, like, basic stuff, and then you do the hair cutting course, is obviously you cut hair, so, you start off with, like, a really long haircut, and then you, like, slowly take more and more, so you start with, like, an all one length as long as it can be haircut, and then you do one that you, like, add a couple layers, and then, like, you know, you will do, like, it gets, like, shorter and shorter until you go into men's hair cutting, and you eventually go all the way down to, like, a complete, like, buzz all over. So they do it that way so you can get the longest life out of your mannequin. Because if you start with a buzz cut, you'd have to buy a new mannequin. So that's why they kind of have you, like, get shorter and shorter, you know? After you've been through that, that's what your freshman course, the color, basic color, and, like, you know, salon, like, taking care of your salon, cleaning your salon, all that. Like, you know how to, like, properly sanitize all your stuff and disinfect everything before you ever even go out using tools on a client. The next class that you go into is, like, sophomore. I know, you have to keep in mind it's been a while, but I remember you do, like, that's where you did nails and skin, and you did some advanced color, maybe, no, I think advanced hair cutting was in, like, the junior year or whatever. Or not year, the junior 12 weeks, basically. So anyway, you do, like, you know, the nails, the skin, you learn manicures, pedicures, you learn how to do a basic facial, but, like, with, like, manicures and pedicures, for example, like, you don't know how to use, like, you don't learn how to do the Dremel. It's, like, a very basic manicure. Like, you would want to go back to school for, like, if you wanted to make nails your thing, you'd want to go to school, like, to learn how to do, like, the Dremel and all that, so you can do the acrylics, because, like, we didn't learn acrylics or anything like that. You learn a little bit of makeup, too. Facials. All of that. So, cosmetology, if you didn't know, is the study of hair, skin, and nails. So, that's why you learn all of that shit. And then you go, at some point, like, in the junior class, and you go to sophomore, that's when you start working on clients. So you start taking clients every other day. So I don't remember exactly how they did it. We'll say, I think what they did was Tuesday, Thursday was sophomores on the floor doing clients, and then Wednesday, Friday was, like, the juniors and seniors. And seniors, they just did hair full time. They were just finishing out their hours. They didn't do any more class time. They did practical on the floor work. And you would get, like, before you exited, you would get, like, a sheet of, like, all these things you had to do. Like, you had to do, like, so many perms, and you had to do so many foils, and colors and haircuts, and, like, you had to make sure you at least had one that you shaved all over, and it was, like, all these, like, things, you know, that you had to accomplish before you could exit. But so go through sophomore, and you, like I said, you learn the nails and the skin and all that. And then you go on to junior, where you learn about electricity, you learn about anatomy, and you do more, I think, like I said, I think that's advanced hair cutting is in there. That's where you learn more about shampoos and conditioners. Chemistry is in there. All of that. It's like basically anything else that you were missing, because you were, your state board could be about any of that stuff. And that's the interesting thing about state board, is like no one's test is the same, so you don't know what you're going to get on yours. I think certain tests went certain ways. Like mine was more like towards skin, which I like knew it would be, because skin is so hard, and knowing all the diseases and conditions, diseases, infections, conditions, all that shit. I had to know all of them, what they were, all of that. And I just knew my test would be geared towards that, and it totally was. State board testing. It was easy. It was so easy. You just went down, like because in your school you do like mock state boards. So basically, by the time you go down to state board, you've already taken state board tests. Like you've already gone through them and practiced them exactly how they're going to do them at state board. So it's like so easy. Just make sure you go to a good school and you'll be fine. But do keep in mind, that you do have to learn other things that are not fun to learn, like electricity. That's a dry subject. Let me tell you, learning about electricity could put anyone to sleep. But it's crazy. You have to learn all that, and you have to learn all the muscles in the human body, and the bones, all of that. It was insane. It's insane how much we had to learn. Color, like I said, we took like color, advanced color. It was crazy the amount of time. And then we had like workshops that would come in sometimes, and like people would come in like with like a Redken representative come in and talk to us about like Redken stuff. And we had like an extension guy come in, and we did some extension classes, and it was like, and there was like a nail person. So it was just like a lot. It was a lot to take in. And a lot of people don't continue doing hair like I am. They end up like not doing it anymore. I let my license expire. I have no desire to reinstate it. Yeah, I just have no desire to reinstate it. But I will tell you that hair school takes a lot of work and dedication. It's really crazy. It was a lot of work. I remember how stressful it was during the time, and it did go by fast because it is only a year long, and I got it done faster than a year because you could go on Saturdays and get your hours faster because you just had to get the 1,500 hours credit. And basically, like I said, the seniors, they would be like the ones that like missed too much school or didn't do any extra credit or whatever. They would have to stay as like a senior and like just do haircuts all day. I don't know why I had like this thing in my head that I didn't want to do that, so I graduated before then. Yeah, so I got this one time that you guys didn't see. I asked for light Alfredo sauce, and that was the game changer. Like, it was so good last time. And then this time I, for some reason, got scared if I asked for light sauce that it would not be enough sauce. Like, I do stuff like that to myself all the time. Like, why would that be the case? It was perfect last time I asked for light sauce. Why would it not be perfect to ask for it again? Because the Alfredo is just, like, so salty. That's really what it is the Alfredo is so salty. Yeah, definitely ask for the light Alfredo sauce on that. Or no, maybe not try no. Maybe just do light. But it's salty. I don't know. It's not bad. I'm going to eat it. I got this So that would be good for, like, the next, like, day or so. I have, like, plenty of pizza to eat, and I'm good to go. But, yeah. I don't know. Hopefully that helped you guys learn a little bit more about, like, what cosmetology is like. And that's more, like, if you're in the grooming side of things. That's probably what grooming's gonna, like, grooming schools would be more set up like. And the state board, by the way, I didn't really mention this, but, like, you're mainly being graded on safety and sanitation. So, like, if you cut yourself, how did you handle the blood spill? Did you do the right procedure, or did you just try to keep going like you weren't bleeding? You know what I mean? Or, like, I don't know. There's, like, certain rules about, like, things that you could, like, I don't know. I can't remember. Getting your hair up, all that. Just being safe and sanitary. Like, doing nails, like, that's, like, a area you have to be careful. It's easy to contaminate doing nails. And, you know, that was, like, another area that you had to really be careful. So, that's all it'd be. If we went to licensing for grooming, that's literally all it would be. It's just, like, a really easy test that takes nothing more than some hours of your time to go down there and show that you can properly handle a dog and sanitize your equipment. And that you know the difference between what's clean and what's dirty. Like, that's literally all it is. Like, and it's so funny because I hear people that get so upset about, like, licensing and grooming, and it's like, I just don't think they've, like, done a lot of research into it, and they think, like, that they're gonna go down there and, like, be graded on, like, their fucking continental cut or something. Like, that's gonna be, like, if you can't bust out a perfect fucking German trim, you're screwed. Like, no. It's not gonna be that. Terry DeMarcaro, I think her name is. She is in California, and she does a lot of stuff with, like, legislation and stuff and licensing for grooming. And that's exactly what she talks about, is, like, when and if it happens, that's what it will be, is literally just safety and sanitation. Being able to show that you know how to handle a dog safely and doing it sanitary. Like, so that you're not cross-contaminating, you're not spreading diseases, none of that. That's literally all it's going to be. It's going to be so easy. So, no worries. If you, like, don't be afraid of licensing. Like, I think some people are so afraid of it. Some of it's here to, like, protect us, too. You know? Like, you can't, like, take a cosmetologist and, like, set it up as booth rent and then, like, pay them as, like, you know, like, just, like, completely, like, fuck it up. Like, it's, like, you have to do things among certain lines. Whereas, like, I see, like, the grooming industry is unregulated enough that I see people working with a 1099 title that are given W-2 rules. And that's kind of what I have an issue with. And I think if there were more licensing and regulation, that you wouldn't be allowed to do that, because you're not going to have illegally misclassified employees if state board could walk in at any time. And that is something that you would have to keep in mind. That's going to be the biggest downfall, is, yeah, if we're licensed, then state board will be involved enough that they probably will do random checks on our salon like they do on hair salons. But you would know how to properly clean your salon and take care of your things up to state board standards, and it's not going to be a big deal. It's just really not. Like, it's like, really just for safety, and it's, like, so that somebody, like, you know, like, just doesn't go and pick up a clipper and call themselves a dog groomer. You know what I mean? It, like, gives some separation. So, anyway, I don't know, like, I guess I was, like, kind of thinking about hair school stuff today, but I kind of got off on a different tangent than what I expected to talk about. I'm also, like, kind of bummed that this pizza was, like, so salty, but, I mean, it's good. Rocco, like, sits on the back of the couch like a fucking cat, and it just, like, cracks me up. I love it. Also, do you like my Harry Potter pants? I love them. Fun fact, I have not seen all the Harry Potter movies, and Steph's about to shit herself because I know she watches my videos. She's been like, oh my god. I have not finished reading the 7th book in the Harry Potter series, so I haven't seen the 7th movie or read the 7th book. So, seen and read all the other ones, but not the 7th Harry Potter book. They're just so long. They're so long. I need to do it. Luna wasn't named after Luna Lovegood, but I feel like she would be a Luna Lovegood. I feel like a Luna Lovegood sometimes. Like, I come off the wall with, like, some weird shit. Like, when I really start talking about, like, my ghost stuff, or if I get too into, like, my tarot kind of spirit, I feel like very Luna Lovegood, that people treat me probably the same way that they would treat her, you know, like, be nice. Because she seems nice, but be like, all right, Luna, like, that's how I feel. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this ramble mukbang talking about hair school and state boards and what it would be like if grooming was regulated like cosmetology. Just keep that in mind. If you're afraid of regulation, just talk to your cosmetologist, talk to your hairstylist, talk to your friends that are hairstylists, whatever. See how it's regulated for them, try to understand it for them. Because we follow the hair industry, the grooming follows the hair industry like severely. Like a lot of stuff that they do comes straight from cosmetology. Nothing's happening. Stop. There's not anybody at the church right now, Max. But like I said, so grooming follows cosmetology. So it's safe to say if we get licensing in grooming, it's probably going to be very similar to how it's licensed in cosmetology. So, things to think about. But yeah, I love you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this like ramble all over the place mukbang. But, alright, love you guys. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye!